What's going on, all you wild horror enthusiasts out there? Your two favorite Frankensteins are back at it tonight for more movie reviews. I am Logan Myers. That's my good mate over there.
And I am Henry Hill, and that's right. We've got a new movie that just hit Netflix a couple weeks ago. It had a limited theatrical release. It's a movie that we've been anticipating now for some time since we heard it announced. It's directed by Guillermo del Toro, and he's taken on one of the classic Universal monsters, the way that only Guillermo can do it. We're talking about Oscar Isaac and Jacob Elordi in
Frankenstein.
Frankenstein.
And that's right, these two wild boys are bringing this review here for 31 days of November. Just kidding. This movie we didn't get a chance to check it out last month during October. Obviously, it wasn't released till November, but we're here talking about it. Huge fan of Guillermo del Toro. Awesome vision and style with his films. Always set design, practical effects, characters. It's quirky. It's out there. It's kind of like a different version of Tim Burton, but this film is his, adaptation loosely based off Mary Shelley's novel Frankenstein, but basically this is more of a drama compared to the Boris Karloff, 1930s horror movie. And a really interesting setup here with Oscar Isaac playing Dr. Frankenstein.
The good old doctor here. You meet with him at the beginning of the film, and it kind of takes place, after he's already created the monster, and the monster's kind of escaped and is looking for him, hunting for him, and sets up this really awesome scene where there's basically a big ship, the creature, and they find out that the creature isn't messing around, and it sets up this awesome taking them out one by one, snapping limbs and breaking backs and knocking people out. And he's trying to find Frankenstein. Why is he trying to find Dr. Frankenstein? So the movie picks up, kind of out of order, out of sequence. And then from there, we go back and like find out, where Dr. Frankenstein's idea to make this creature all came from, and where his idea became. And you find out what was his thought process and why he created this monster.
For sure, yeah. The beginning part of the movie is basically the end of the movie. You see like where we're at with Frankenstein, the creature, Jacob Elordi, and Dr. Frankenstein, kind of older, injured, and the creature coming after him. And you kind of go back in time when he was a young man, kind of the oddball of the family, the black sheep of the family, kind of a quirky doctor and doing different experiments, but basically trying to create this human being, which he's eventually successful. When he presented this to, other doctors and scientists and other people, they all thought it was crazy, but he was onto something here. And I just love how all the different, sets in this movie throughout the different, time of this guy's life and creating the creature. Set design is beautiful. Like these huge buildings and castles and everything. And that's what's really fantastic about Guillermo del Toro is just creating these beautiful Gothic looking sets that it makes it so believable. And one of the reasons we love, cinema is the actual art behind it of creating these sets. And it really sets a spooky kind of Gothic vibe in the backdrop of this movie. And just the color palettes, it's super dark. And I loved how this entire movie looked.
Yeah, absolutely. Gothic would be definitely the word to use here. Just that whole, feeling to the movie is throughout. It's got that Guillermo del Toro stamp on it. Just feels like this takes place way back in the day, and you buy into it early. With these actors too. You got Oscar Isaac in a great role here, portraying this doctor. He has an ego. He wants to make life, and when he creates it, it kind of gets out of his hands and goes and takes on a whole life of his own. And Jacob Elordi playing the creature here too does a really good job. He's, physically imposing. He's tall and he's like a different look. We're used to seeing Frankenstein green with the bolt sticking out of his neck. This is a totally different creation, a different looking monster. But I really thought they did a great job, with the look of it. It looks believable. It looks like, something that you'd actually see, not just like some guy with a haircut, with green skin tone. No, it's actually like a human that was pieced together and stitched together. And that's really what it looks like here. And, I was fully invested in this movie. This movie's, 2.5 hours, and, it flew right along for me, and loved the supporting cast of characters too. We already mentioned Oscar Isaac and Jacob Elordi. Mia Goth is there, Christoph Waltz, Lars Mikkelsen, and everybody here, looks the part and does a great job here. I didn't really have any complaints in the acting department. The set design is amazing. The whole look and feel of this movie, were all perfect for me in this film. I love the vibe. And I love this new take on Frankenstein. This was really interesting and something that we haven't seen before. And Guillermo definitely put his stamp on it, and it felt like he brought something unique to the whole mythology here. And I would have loved to see this movie in cinemas. I wish it got a wider release, but thankfully it was on Netflix because I definitely watched it, on that first night it was out, and it was a really terrific watch.
They didn't play it in any theaters around here. I was looking for it. Only select run, probably in Chicago, like in the city. So bummed I missed it. Definitely a movie you want to watch on the biggest screen possible. The whole scope of the movie, all the set design, practical effects, costume design. They looked, like back. Everybody looked and felt like it was back, 200 years ago. Back in the day, it was a completely different lifestyle back then, but you believe it. You feel like you fall into this world and everything they're going through. Seeing, the character of Victor Frankenstein, he really is the monster in this movie. Just an unlikable, weird, and character in this, played by one of my least favorite actors, Oscar Isaac, in this. But no, he was believable and good in this movie, not as annoying as he usually is. But like his character, Jacob Elordi, definitely the standout. His own version of the creature, the whole, makeup, prosthetics, and design of the character is completely different. And I like what they did with this, with the refreshing take on the character instead of like the flat head and the bolts on the neck, like you're
Hmm.
saying. It's like glued under your head. It actually took time
Yeah.
redesigning it. Christoph Waltz, always fantastic. Mia Goth playing two characters in this movie, Elizabeth and Claire Frankenstein, which
Mhm.
I didn't catch at first. And I'm like, noticed it later on. I'm like, oh, that's awesome. Mia Goth, one of my favorites working in the business, A24 flicks, the trilogy. She was just
Mhm.
in. Her career continues to blow up. Really loved her and everybody else in this movie here. The supporting cast, everything I've already talked about. Great looking movie. Wish I saw this on the big screen, but watched it at home the night it came out, and I definitely want to rewatch this during 31 Days of Horror next year. So I highly recommend this movie, Frankenstein, currently streaming on Netflix. I'm going to give this one a 4 out of 5. Jacob Elordi hair pieces.
I definitely agree with you. This movie has a ton of rewatchability. I
Yeah,
definitely want to watch it again. I feel like I missed a lot the first time, but just a beautiful film, beautiful looking film, and Guillermo del Toro always wants us to see the humanity even in these monsters. And I thought that, what he did with the creature there and Jacob Elordi, what he was able to do, by only saying a few words there, grunting a lot and doing all that. He really was an awesome monster. He had a great performance in this for sure. Oscar Isaac was great as the doctor, and the rest of the cast, everything was great. I, really enjoyed this film and can't wait to see it again. So with that being said, I'm going to give Frankenstein, I'm going to give it a 4.5 out of 5 Jacob Elordi hair pieces.
so I want to hear from all you monster enthusiasts out there. What did you like about the new Frankenstein flick? What didn't you like about it? What's your favorite Guillermo del Toro flick? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to hit subscribe. Also, check out these wild uncles on Facebook, X, and Instagram, and our website, Cinephellas.com, for latest, greatest TV, movie news, and reviews.
I was just thinking about other Gothic movies and maybe something else
Crimson
that we.
Peak.
Yes, of course. Yeah, it reminded me a lot of that. But I'm thinking of if he can direct something moving forward, kind of with this Gothic look, Uh, it would have worked with Nosferatu, like a Guillermo del Toro Nosferatu. I'd like to
Oh
see what
yeah.
that would look like. That would be awesome. Something like that. But yeah,
And
his
then
movies
Robert
always,
Eggers.
yes, obviously, yeah, yeah, I know. That would be, yeah, he always has his unique vision for his films. Definitely each of them had their own style, and he's the man, Guillermo del Toro, and this one really pushed forward his career, and I can't wait to see where he goes from here. Of course, we reviewed Pinocchio a couple of years ago, just how fabulous that was. We both love that one too. He just keeps getting better, doesn't he?
He does. How about, yeah, I wish he would have done the Munsters instead of Rob Zombie.
That would be awesome. Yeah. Perfect. We want to thank everybody for watching our review of the new Netflix Guillermo del Toro film, Frankenstein. If you guys haven't checked it out already, definitely check it out. We both really enjoyed it. This was an awesome movie. And look at Uncle Logan up there. He's doing the Frankenstein. He was so
I just do the worm.
excited about it. So, as always, guys, if you want to watch any other of our movie and TV reviews, check out our YouTube channel. And we also update our other socials with the latest and greatest in TV, movie news and reviews. We're talking about Facebook, Instagram, X, and also our website, Cinephellas.com. So, thank you guys for watching our Cinephellas movie review of Frankenstein. And until the next Cinephellas movie review. I am Uncle Henry Isaac.
And I'm Mia Goth, signing out till the next movie review. Cheers!